welcome. You're watching the News Hour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, through the day, you would have heard one name being repeated over and over when it comes to the issue of COVID relief. B.V. Srinivas. He is the chief of the Youth Congress in India, and he's been one of the prominent faces when it comes to giving relief to those who sent out appeals on social media, especially for ICU beds, oxygen cylinders, and even some medicines. Today, he was questioned by the crime branch of the Delhi police. This led to a lot of anger, outrage, and anguish on and off social media. But first, let's start by listening in to Srinivas himself, what he said soon after being questioned by the Delhi police at the headquarters of the Youth Congress in Delhi.
नहीं, वही है जो वो लोग अब कोरोना इस लोगों को आप कैसे मदद कर रहा है करके उसके बारे में वो लोग ने पूछा है, हमने उसके लिए जवाब दे दिया है।
तो क्राइम ब्रांच से कोई?
हाँ, क्राइम ब्रांच से लोग आए थे, तो उसके लिए हमने जवाब दे दिया। वो लोग ने जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछा है उसका जवाब दे दिया।
Now, soon after the questioning, the Congress and many social media users called this an act of meanness, small-mindedness and vendetta by using the Delhi police. Basically, the charge was that because Srinivas has been helping people in their time of need through the entire COVID crisis, especially during the second wave when there was a shortage of resources, especially oxygen cylinders, etc., he is now being victimized. And he is being victimized because he is a member of the Congress, and this is earning goodwill for the Congress party and showing the government in bad light. However, it is important to put things into context. At the end of April, a plea was filed in the Delhi High Court. This plea was filed by a public-minded individual, somebody who heads an NGO, and it basically sought action against a whole host of political leaders. These leaders belong to the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress, and even the BJP. The charge basically was that while the Aam Janta is left to run from pillar to post seeking basic essentials, medicines, oxygen, etc., political leaders are using their clout in order to hoard all of these essentials and then are giving them out via the social media. Soon after, the Delhi High Court refused to institute a CBI investigation as was being requested, but did tell the person who had filed the appeal to go to the Delhi police to carry out an investigation into these allegations and have an FIR filed if needed. It is in that context that the questioning is taking place. However, this reasoning did not find too many takers.
आज इस देश के हर व्यक्ति को निर्णय करना पड़ेगा कि क्या मुसीबत में ऑक्सीजन पहुंचाना अपराध है, क्या अस्पतालों में जाकर मरीज के जो साथ वाले लोग हैं उनको एम्बुलेंस ड्राइवरों को खाना पहुंचाना अपराध है। लगता है नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा कि हाँ ये अपराध है।
मुझे लगता है कि उसमें नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नाम घसीटना, अमित शाह जी का नाम घसीटना कि अमित शाह जी करवा रहे हैं या नरेंद्र मोदी करवा रहे हैं, ये सरासर अन्याय है।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Alright, so is this just following due process or is it persecution? Joining us on the debate, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, J. Sai Deepak, Advocate, Raksha Ramaiah, President of the Karnataka Pradesh Youth Congress, Sujata Paul, Political Analyst, and Political Analyst Sundar Balakrishnan. Sanju Verma, the timing is suspicious. It is being said here is a man who gained a lot of goodwill, especially on social media. He helped out people, and now you're going after him.
You know, Padmaja, let me put a few things out in the public domain for your audience. A, I don't understand why the opposition links everything to the Modi-Shah duo and to the BJP. There was a petition filed by Dr. Deepak Singh, chairperson of the Hruday Foundation, and by Advocate Gaurav Pathak in the Apex Court, saying that there needs to be a probe on the black marketing and misuse of oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators, and essential drugs. And the Apex Court asked the
Delhi High Court, it asked the Delhi police to conduct a probe, file a status report. In fact, the petition actually asked for a CBI probe. And, the Apex Court and the Delhi High Court said that currently a CBI probe is not warranted let the Delhi police, the Delhi commissioner first file a status report, and then the matter will come up for hearing on the 17th of May, and then we'll look at things as they stand. And it has nothing to do with the Congress or the BJP. Many BJP leaders, including Gautam Gambhir, Shirish Chaudhary, Harish Khurana, many people have been asked questions, and they have cooperated with the authorities and with the Delhi police, because Delhi police is not the handmaiden of the BJP. Delhi police is not the handmaiden of Narendra Modi. Delhi police is not the handmaiden of Amit Shah. So please stop castigating the BJP and casting aspersions on the police constabulary at the drop of a hat. Let me be a fair probe. The matter is coming up for
So let's take this one by one. Raksha Ramaiah, the police was asked to investigate by the Delhi High Court. Why is it being called persecution? And then is the Delhi High Court also taking instructions from the centre, just like you allege that the Delhi police is?
Yeah, hi. So to begin with, this is nothing but a pure vendetta sort of politics that the BJP and the governments are playing. And at the time of COVID, this crisis is no time for politics, is no time for anything. We had our national executive on the 7th March, and that is when our party president, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi have made it very clear, drop all politics, COVID, survive, help people. That is our agenda. Now, if the oxygen cylinders came, if the oxygen cylinders were shared, it was purely on an exchange basis. There was no exchange of money at any time by any of the youth organizations, by any of the youth Congress members across the country, especially not Delhi or Karnataka or in any other state for that matter. There was no question of money being exchanged.
No, that is a matter of investigation. The point is, how do you say it is vendetta? How do you say it is vendetta?
While you can see the massive failure of the BJP government. There is 4,800 deaths today, and the entire second wave has just been totally mishandled by the BJP. Has been mismanaged by the BJP. These deaths are not due to COVID.
But this is being done on the order of the Delhi High Court. Let me just a second.
We are absolutely
let me just a second. We don't want to get into a tutu meme. So Raksha Ramaiah, I want to quote to you what the plea which was made in the Delhi High Court says. Excuse me. It says that the public is being made to run from pillar to post to avail critical medicines such as remdesivir. At the same time, politicians of all political parties are able to gather huge stocks of the same even without required permissions. This organized racket of hoarding and black marketing of leaders of all political parties requires a comprehensive investigation and prosecution of culprits. Denying access to medicines for one's own political gain is a crime of very serious nature. The plea very specifically says all political parties or some people in all political parties are doing it. I want an investigation. Court tells the police, go investigate. How do you allege this is political vendetta?
It is plain and simple because the Youth Congress has been in times of any sort of relief, be it Kerala, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Karnataka, Jammu and Kashmir. We've always had our relief teams on ground. We have our members across the state, across the country. So our people are purely on ground. We want to assist. We are the public. We are not the netas here. We are the public. We are the people on the ground who are actually helping people get the cylinders. It may be just coordinating a certain exchange of cylinders, but we are on ground doing it, and we will not take off the responsibility of the organization. This is purely the job of the government to be doing, but we are happy to assist. We are happy to be of value.
So are you saying that the petitioner is politically motivated then, Sai Deepak? Is that the insinuation that the petitioner is politically motivated and that's why he has set in motion this?
No,
because I still am not able to understand if a petition is in the court and the court orders the police, where is the political vendetta angle coming in? Is it at the level of the petitioner? Is it at the level of the Delhi High Court? Or is it at the level of the Delhi police? Because if the police does not investigate on instructions of the court, they will be committing contempt.
No, absolutely. The police should do their duty to support the jobs at their best.
I think the question was put to me. Can I respond to it?
There are several PILs against the Tejasvi Surya and various other communal budgets in this country here, but there's no action being taken. He comes out reading a list of 17 names and
Okay,
there's no
let
action being taken. And there's another
let Sai
minister-
Deepak answer that. Sai Deepak,
It
nothing
seems like-
against Tejasvi Surya, says the Karnataka Youth Congress chief, but here you have the Youth Congress chief of India being victimized.
If somebody has a problem with the acts of another gentleman, then perhaps they should approach the court if they truly believe that they have a case worth pursuing. But to say that a petition that has been filed is fundamentally motivated without any proof of it, if they really have the courage of their conviction, let them approach the court and say that this is a motivated petition that is being filed at the behest of two top people at the center. In any case, at a time such as this, the court is well within its powers to ask itself whether an essential commodity such as a medicine or an oxygen cylinder or an oxygen concentrator is being hoarded or not. Now, to evade the entire issue altogether by saying that this is politically motivated, I'm sorry to say, is a complete cop-out. If they really have a problem with this, I suggest that this gentleman, Mr. Srinivas, files a counter petition in the court and asks for the antecedents of the petitioner. And if it is ultimately proved that this particular petitioner is an independent party, then apart from having to apologize in public, will he bear the responsibility for everything that he has done? I'm sorry to say that today we are effectively saying that a constitutional court, especially a division bench of the Delhi High Court, which has issued instructions merely for investigation, is being accused of being hand in glove with the government. This is as irresponsible as it gets, because now we are being told that every institution in this country has become subservient to the political power. I think this is completely unfair. If that is the case, then people should even question the vagaries of the Supreme Court or the intention of the Supreme Court in having taken over executive policy completely with respect to the pandemic management. I don't think we should go down that path.
Sujata Paul.
Yes, I would
Sujata
like to quote a May 4 report, and there it is very clear that the court never ordered a probe against Gambhir,
Dilip, or any of these people, including Srinivas. Can I please quote it? Quote, however, in relation to instances falling within the jurisdiction of this court, we direct the petitioner to place his grievances before the Commissioner of Delhi Police, who shall examine the same and respond to the petitioner. This means that they have merely listed out the law. What are we talking? Nobody is questioning the court. The interpretation of this order is wrong. The interpretation which has been made by Delhi Police is in question. This means that this is political vendetta, because I don't think that the police would go after Srinivas just for the heck of it when the order is clearly about stating the law and not ordering a probe. I hope I've made myself clear.
Okay. Would you want to answer that, Sanju Verma? There is an inherent problem in going by just reports and not going to the source material. I actually have in front of me the PIL, the order of the court, subsequent FIR, the subsequent police complaint that was made, and then the action that has followed. But you have only read a report based on what the court said in its order. Anyhow, let Sanju Verma respond to you. Sujata Paul's argument is that the court never actually ordered an investigation into B.V. Srinivas, or for that matter anyone else. The police is jumping the gun. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, I have categorically stated in my introductory statement that the Delhi Commissioner, the Delhi Police is conducting a probe because the High Court bench led by Justice Vipin Sanghi and Rekha Palli have asked the Delhi Police to file a status report. So please stop linking the Delhi Police probe with the BJP, point number one. Point number two, Padmaja, if you recall, barely a couple of weeks back, Jairam Ramesh came out in defense of the Youth Congress leader who's being spoken of, Mr. Srinivas, saying, so what if he supplied oxygen to embassies in the Filipino embassy and the New Zealand embassy? And our Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Jaishankar, I think responded brilliantly by saying that he got in touch with the Philippine and New Zealand embassies. The O2 supply made by Youth Congress leader B.V. Srinivas was unsolicited, quote unquote, and was done, quote unquote.
Okay, let's not get into that.
So
that we'll get sidetracked into that debate. I think Jacinda Ardern has already spoken about it.
Now it is trying to fire a shot at
But that's very clear, Padmaja. That is exactly the point. What she's saying is clearly pointing to this political vendetta. They have a problem with Srinivas supplying oxygen to anybody. She's saying it herself. Otherwise, why
Okay,
would she
now we're
bring this
getting
up
into a
right
shouting
now?
match. I think
Why should the police not question B.V. Srinivas? If Gautam Gambhir can be questioned,
Why shouldn't they? Raksha Ramaiya.
Delhi, why should B.V. Srinivas not be questioned? What is
question.
so special about B.V. Srinivas?
There is absolutely nothing
if
special
Gautam
about
Gambhir
Srinivas
can be
or the
questioned, why
Congress.
not B.V.
We are
Srinivas?
open
And then
to
only
debate.
question.
We are happy to answer all the questions.
Okay, one by one, please. You've asked
We are
that
happy to
question.
answer
Let
all the
Raksha
questions.
respond now. Sanju Verma, please. Okay, tell us, Raksha. If Gautam Gambhir can be questioned, why not B.V. Srinivas?
Absolutely. B.V. Srinivas himself, as any youth Congress member, any member of the Youth Congress organization, is open to scrutiny. In the same way, all the other leaders should also be questioned for the motives behind it. We have purely started a social media campaign about.
But Gautam
25,
Gambhir
30
is
days
being
ago.
questioned. Harish
absolutely.
Khurana,
This
also
party-
of the BJP, was questioned on the 11th itself.
Absolutely.
Dilip
There is-
Pandey of the Aam Aadmi Party was also questioned.
There was absolutely no problem with that. We are saying down here in Karnataka, when a Tejasvi is not questioned, why is the Youth Congress president questioned and the Yuva Morcha president is not questioned? He's absolutely creating chaos here in Bangalore.
Can be questioned just like BJP leaders can be questioned. Stop second guessing the bona fides of a police.
It is free for anybody to question. No.
Of the Delhi High Court. Stop second guessing the bona fides of our external affairs minister who caught red-handed B.V. Srinivas giving auto supplies to the
Okay,
Philippine
you know,
embassy.
Raksha, you've asked the question.
why.
You've asked a very
I
specific
wonder why the
question.
Filipino-
Why is Tejasvi Surya in Karnataka not being questioned, whereas
Yes.
a B.V. Srinivas in Delhi is being questioned? I actually have the answer to that, and the answer to that is in the order of the Delhi High Court itself. Let me quote to you what the order says, and then Sai Deepak can elaborate on it. The court says, "We are not inclined at this stage to direct initiation of any inquiry proceedings by the CBI." That's what the petitioner had sought. However, in relation to instances falling within the jurisdiction of this court, remember it is the Delhi High Court, and the Delhi High Court says, in relation to instances falling within the jurisdiction of this court, we permit the petitioner to place his grievances before the Commissioner of Police. Which is why a Tejasvi Surya in Karnataka cannot be investigated by the Delhi police because it is not in the jurisdiction of the Delhi High Court or the Delhi police. Does that answer your question, Raksha?
Absolutely does. My only point is here it's all about service. It's all about service. During the COVID time, we had no intentions of a political act. There was we've tried to help as many people who came on our Twitter timeline and who have requested for help because they could not reach out to their local admins or anybody else.
But that is
They've
true
reached
for
out to us.
everyone. That is true for
We-
everyone, and no one is taking away from what Srinivas has done. And nobody can here deny also that everyone, perhaps who's named in the petition, has at their level tried to help out people. And most of
Yes,
them have done a
that's it.
yeoman
There's no
service. The
politics in
point
this.
is that here is a petition, Sundar Balakrishnan, and I am still unable to understand what is the political connection, or is it just the timing and the insinuation?
See, Padmaja, let me tell you, I don't want
Because
to
then the
even get
BJP
to
must really hate Gautam Gambhir as well.
No, I'll come to that. See, I don't want to even come to the question of political vendetta here. Now, I'll tell you the basic problem here is. Basic problem is now the persons like Gautam Gambhir was holding 5,000 doses of Remdesivir. BJP MLA from north of Maharashtra, Shirish Chaudhary, was distributing illegally the medicines. Okay. Now, the problem is, now Aam Aadmi Party or Srinivas, were they holding this medicines? Were they hoarding these medicines? That is the question of investigation. Now, even if they have been hoarding it, did they sell it at a black? Did they give it free? Did they give it at cost? Is what is to be investigated. Now, if they have not held these medicines, now Gautam Gambhir, who has been holding these medicines without any license, why he was not arrested? Because for holding a Remdesivir, he has to have a license, drug license he has to have. He did not have any license. Similarly, the Shirish Chaudhary, BJP Gujarat unit chief, he was seen giving free distribution of the remdesivir. How was he holding these medicines? Where from he got these medicines? Now I was told that these medicines
That's
can be
very
available
interesting
only
you
from the
mentioned that,
collector.
sir. So let me mention two things over here. That all of these people that you named, and now let me tell you the sequence of events. Since Sujata Paul, the argument you were giving is that the court never really ordered an investigation. I think these are things we need to understand before getting very angry. The court told the petitioner, go to the Delhi police, which the petitioner actually did. And then on the 11th of May, the petitioner filed a complaint before 8th of May, the petitioner filed a complaint before the Delhi police. And in his complaint, he named Gautam Gambhir, Dilip Pandey, Harish Khurana, B.V. Srinivas, Chaudhary Anil Singh of the Congress. All of these people were named in his police complaint, based on which the police is carrying out an investigation, and it has been instructed by the court, Sujata ji, to give an action taken report by the 17th of May. Now, what do you suggest should be done by the police? Should the police at this point say, I am sorry Delhi High Court, we do not want to do this because it is bad optics? Sujata Paul.
Not at all. What I am saying is that when investigation is being carried out, what kind of investigation is this? When you're talking about hoarding, who is hoarding? Does the police not know? When Srinivas has been asking nodal officers to help him, have nodal officers also been questioned? Well, there are lots and lots of things which need to go into investigation when you're talking about investigation, right? But that has not been done. People who are in government, and this is not happening only in Delhi, we saw how the BJP was holding.
Ma'am, are you sure nodal officers are not being questioned? Are you sure that the people who are named in the petition are not being questioned?
But I am talking, that's what I'm coming to that. What I'm
if you're
saying
not
is,
sure,
as
then
far
how
as
do you know
hoarding
that
is
this is
concerned,
malified?
as far as hoarding is concerned,
You weren't even sure
please
about
remember,
the court ordering an investigation. You said the judgment is being misread.
That remdesivir has been, found with the BJP even in Maharashtra. So this has been going on. And hoarding is the main point of contention.
It has been found with the Shiv Sena and the NCP as well. And it is the subject of this investigation as well. It is the subject of the petition as well.
With Srinivas has been contacting all the officers, and we all know that.
I will come to that point in just a second. I will come to that point in just a second. I will come to that point about whether remdesivir connection is there or not, and that point that Mr. Just a second. Okay, so Sanju Verma answer to this, and then I will come back to that point about who is hoarding. Yes, go on.
Padmaja, what I find very surprising, actually I'm not surprised at the hypocrisy of the Congress and its acolytes. If you recall, on the 18th of April 2021, less than a month back, Rajesh Dokania, the director and head honcho of Brook Pharma, which is based in Daman and Diu, he was arrested by the Mumbai police because of suspicion that he was trying to illegally export 60,000 vials of remdesivir, and the BJP never came out and said that the Congress is engaging in vendetta. The police conducted a probe and found that Rajesh Dokania was doing no such thing. But on 18th of April 2021, another very important thing happened, which Sundar Balakrishnan should also, take cognizance of. There were 4 people: Sandeep Gaikwad, Dilip Gaikwad, Prashant Gharat, and Shankar Bhise. These 4 people were arrested for filling remdesivir vials with paracetamol liquid. And social media went berserk. All these 4 people are close confidants of the kind Maha Vasuli Agadi. So the fact is that there has been a precedent where people from the opposition have been found hoarding remdesivir, filling remdesivir vials with paracetamol liquid, and trying to pull a fast one on gullible victims. So if indeed a probe has been asked
Sundar
by the Delhi High Court to be conducted by the Delhi police, what is the big hullabaloo? The next hearing is on Monday, 17th May. दूध का पानी का पानी हो जाएगा.
Okay, Sundar Balakrishnan, respond.
And we are happy for this investigation.
Holding oxygen. Have you forgotten Jitendra Singh Tomar.
Okay, just a second, Sanju Verma, you've made your point. Now, Sundar Balakrishnan, since you said that all of these people, Gautam Gambhir was hoarding, etc., let me tell you point number one, Gautam Gambhir has been mentioned in the police complaint. And not just for FabiFlu, by the way, he didn't offer Remdesivir, he was offering FabiFlu, which he was giving free of cost. And he was also offering oxygen concentrators. Both of these issues have been mentioned against him in the police complaint. Also mentioned, by the way, is Sujay Vikhe Patil, the BJP MP that you had complaints with, also mentioned in the police complaint. At the same time, Srinivas BV has also been mentioned for possession of COVID medicines. And for all of this, Mr. Balakrishnan, the petitioner has attached evidence saying that Srinivas BV was offering COVID medicines to people on social media, whereas he does not have the requisite licenses. And similar complaint is against Dilip Pandey of the Aam Aadmi Party as well. Now please tell me, where is the malafide and political motivation?
Yeah, Padmaja, see, I told you initially itself. If they are holding it, what is the intention behind the whole thing? Is it for selling it at black? Is it giving it for free? Is it?
Sir, that will be determined by the investigation.
That is what I'm saying.
But when somebody investigates, you say that this is political vendetta.
Which I said. I never said. I told you, Padmaja, I don't want to get into political vendetta. I told you very clearly. You're mincing words. Okay? Now let me tell you.
The whole point that we are debating this is political vendetta. Had this investigation happened, doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani ho gaya hota. Same thing was said about Imran Hussain also. What happened? The court said, no, bhai, he was not hoarding it. He had got it from outside Delhi. He did not divert Delhi government supply. Doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. It only happened after an investigation. But the moment the same thing is done, we get into this.
If you find any person like Navneet Kalra, arrest him, hang him. I am telling you, hang him.
Absolutely.
But the intention is to be clear. You are not getting my point. Why are you today? We have to forget about all political ideologies.
What do you expect the court to say? That this person looks guilty to me, this person looks innocent to me, or go by their Twitter timeline? Somebody will have to investigate, sir. The reason we are having this debate is because everyone in this country today is convinced that people who are being questioned, not even raided, not even arrested, people who are being questioned are victims of a witch hunt. That is the whole point.
That is what should be our motive. I am saying, Padmaja, today,
sir, these are very lofty thoughts and lofty words, but unfortunately in the world of politics, I really wish it were to happen. Let's move beyond and above caste and religion and work as a whole for humanity. But that's not how politics works, unfortunately.
I have sent Twitter to Srinivas. He has helped me 15 days ago. I have sent Twitter to
Nobody is denying that. Nobody is denying it. Nobody is denying it.
Then why are
and more power to him
going after these people who are really helping the people? Why are you going against it?
Who is going after
these people?
Go after Narendra Modi, who is incapable, incompetent Prime Minister of this India. Go after him. In Jordan, if a health minister can resign, why not health minister of India can resign?
Okay, now again we are just yelling. I have asked you since the beginning to show to me why you suspect vendetta or malafide. You say the intention is suspect. I say, okay, the intention is suspect. I agree with you. But who will decide whether the intention is guilty or not? It can only be determined, Raksha, by an investigation. So, shouldn't the questioning happen during an investigation? Raksha?
Every single question, but we will not slow down. We will not stop sharing the oxygen cylinders. We will not stop helping people receive their medicines when they need it. We will probably be a connection point A to B, but we will continue to do it. If this causes an arrest, we are happy to get arrested for the reason of helping anybody. There's no absolute reason for making money or black marketing or anything else. The pure purpose of this is service. And
but nobody is arresting you for helping people. No arrests have even happened. The only thing is that there is a questioning. Do you agree that questioning is a part of the process or that shouldn't happen?
Absolutely, yes. Questioning, we are happy to answer all the questions like I said earlier. All of it.
And look at the manner in which...
So you're happy with the questioning. Then why did you say today...
Look at the manner in which they are trying to run down the judiciary. I mean, they have the audacity to come on national
Ma'am, have you heard Mr. C.T. Ravi today?
Of the Delhi High Court.
Have you heard C.T. Ravi today?
To come and question the bona fides of the Delhi Commissioner of Police.
Have you heard your own minister do that to the Supreme Courts in Karnataka yesterday?
Moral high ground.
Have you heard Mr. D.V. Sadanand Gowda who's done the same thing? That was contempt of court.
The chairperson of Brook Pharma.
If somebody has to transport an oxygen cylinder, there's no harm in it. We are happy to transport it from somebody to somebody who needs it. If that can save a life. That is what we're here to do.
Shirish Chaudhary can be questioned, but D.V. Srinivas cannot be questioned. Why?
Of course he can be questioned. Nobody's above the law. Everybody is within the law, but we're happy to, if the questioning continues on both sides of the organization,
so
we're happy to take
I'm glad that we all agree. I'm glad that we all agree that here everyone is open to an investigation. Then what was the point of saying that even if somebody arrests me for helping out, I am ready to get arrested? One, nobody is arresting you. Two, it's only an investigation. Three, you yourself agree that you're open to an investigation. But the larger point here is, at a time like this, Sai Deepak,
there are certain calls
at a time like this, Sai Deepak, could the court have avoided all of this heartburn simply by saying these are people who are trying to plug holes in the system? This is not the time to get them wound up in this legal tangle. Please, I throw out this plea. Would this have just saved a lot of heartburn and heartache to people?
The court is not there to actually save people from heartburn. If there exists a certain provision of the law that is attracted by a certain act, the court has to take cognizance of it. If there are actions of certain individuals in Maharashtra which violate the law, then people sitting on this panel should agitate that the Bombay High Court should take cognizance of it, let them move the appropriate forum for it. But for them to say that what's happening in Maharashtra is not being taken cognizance of in Delhi, and therefore the Delhi High Court should not do anything about it, I'm sorry to say, it's neither here nor there. Frankly speaking, it is not our business to sit here and say that we should give this person the benefit of the doubt at this particular point of time when we seem to be taking very different positions with respect to Mr. Navneet Kalra. Whether this person's actions attract the provisions of the law, or does he have at least a window to say that at this particular point of time his actions don't amount to an offense, that's for the court to decide. That's for the investigating authorities to at least investigate. To say that this investigation must be rolled and completely stopped at this particular point of time because there seems to be some kind of a political vendetta, I'm sorry to say, seems to question the order of the Constitutional Court, I repeat, and therefore anybody who does that is raising fingers and is pointing fingers at a constitutional body. That's all I have to say.
But everybody else is pointing fingers at the Constitution.
What you have today, when you've taken up this topic, one thing is for sure, you've opened a Pandora's box. This is not just going to be limited to this particular debate, because this clearly points to the fact that the system that we have in place is actually a system of harassment. We all know then that when matters go to court, we do consider it as a system which will open harassment.
System of harassment?
Because, yes, I'll tell you why. Because when people need to be working, can you imagine how much time he could have used to serve people? All that time has gone into what we are doing
but
right now.
But that equally applies to Gautam Gambhir as well.
Which is
that equally applies to Chaudhary Anil Singh as well. That equally applies to Harish Khurana of the BJP as well. So you're saying that the Union Home Ministry, to which the Delhi police reports, is trying to harass Gautam Gambhir?
Padmaja, I am speaking for all of them. I'm speaking for all of them. Anybody who's working at this time in this pandemic, I don't think they need to be harassed by anybody. Everybody needs to concentrate completely on the pandemic, helping people. Absolutely.
Sanju Verma.
You don't take it what is backwards, but it is a fact that the system in our country is the
don't harass people at this time.
Any argument with no substance. You know, Padmaja,
yes, you have no substance in any argument of yours because you don't know what you're saying.
Okay, Ms. Paul, you have made your point. Now let Ms. Verma speak. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Padmaja. Padmaja, you know, the point here is not about Delhi High Court filing a status report or the Delhi police conducting a probe. The point is also not about whether D.V. Srinivas is going to be questioned or Gautam Gambhir has been questioned. The simple thing is that the Congress's compulsive contrarian and compulsive liar, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he has turned into a Twitter troll.
Now you expect us to sit here and listen to him.
The only thing he does
Okay, now let's not go down that road. This was a very narrow debate.
That the BJP does all that the Modi government does. Today he put out a tweet saying, बचाने वाला मारने वाला से ज्यादा बड़ा होता है. तो राहुल गांधी जी सच को दबाया जा सकता है.
You know, Raksha, since you come from Karnataka and you have spoken about Tejasvi Surya again and again, and the plea being given over here is that at a time like this, courts should not be used to harass people who are engaged in COVID relief work, etc., because these are very frivolous things. Isn't it also a fact that your party actually went to the Karnataka High Court against Tejasvi Surya for the BBMP bed scam?
He was dismissed in half a day's time. There was no inquiry, and this was.
But you
open.
did go, right? You
Absolutely.
yourself sought an investigation against Tejasvi Surya for the BBMP bed
What is the
scam,
difference?
and the
The Yuva
Karnataka
Morcha
High Court
president-
dismissed it, calling it politically motivated.
Absolutely.
And
Yuva
today,
Morcha
when
president
your
gets
people are
dismissed
being
in half a day.
investigated on somebody else's petition, you are saying this is political vendetta.
No,
This
we
seems
opened
very
the questioning.
strange logic.
Tejasvi Surya is not open
I mean-
to questioning. That is our point. Tejasvi Surya, the case was dismissed.
Okay.
But here the investigation is on, and we are happy to answer.
Exactly, because the
Tejasvi Surya
court
is
called
nothing.
it politically motivated.
It is when Tejasvi Surya is let off easily, and when our B.V. Srinivas is being questioned again and again, that is what we're saying is politically motivated. He should be allowed to perform, to do his
Okay.
to
I think
perform his duties now.
Modi government does. It's political.
Okay, he should be allowed.
There is nothing. Modi government is not doing anything. You can see it's very obvious. It's very obvious right now. Modi government is not doing anything. That's why individuals are out on the roads now.
Second guessing the courts, please. From Delhi High Court to Karnataka High Court, you spared no one.
You should hear C.T. Ravi and
All right.
Sadananda.
You know, and finally, I think the point is not to run down anyone's efforts here.
And the High Court judges.
I don't think any of the people who are engaged in relief work need a certificate about how much they are helping or how much they are not. People are the best judge. As far as the legal process is concerned, when you yourself resort to a legal process, and rightly so, when the shoe is on the other foot, to call it political vendetta seems a bit disingenuous. That being said, this case is going to come up for hearing next on the 17th of May, and if the court passes adverse comments against BJP leaders on this petition, I would be really quite interesting to see the Congress's reactions on that day. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that, just putting the facts out there. Let's get angry, let's demand more, but let's do all of it on the basis of facts, is the limited appeal. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, and Sanju Verma for having joined.